got some hot coffee, got a little water for hydration, and we're ready to go. Getting you up on the screen. As soon as somebody comes on, give me a 5x5 check, and we will kick it. Obviously, I'm going to say we got some cool stuff to talk about tonight, but we got some cool stuff to talk about. So, welcome, SFMF Live Wednesday night. Remember, those of you, it's a little later on Wednesday to get everybody enough time to get home, get their coffee, get their hydration or their special alcoholic beverage if you choose, and enjoy the show. It says we're successfully connected, so here we go. Good evening and welcome. A couple of things. We're going to talk about the short I just put out. And funny, after I put it out, the producer even asked me, what prompted you to make that short?
Are you successfully connected?
Yeah, I got Doc says, good evening. What's up, Doc? I didn't hear a kagoom.
It doesn't sound like it either. It sounds
How's
like
it sound, Doc?
Nope.
No? What did you do? 80 years ago today, U.S. Marines made history. Old Jyrene. Amen, brother. We're going to talk about that. 80 years old, or 80 years ago today. What up, OG?
Did you hear it?
No, I don't know. I was talking. Sound is good. Leave it alone, Doc said. Doc said, back away slowly. Leave it alone. The sound is good. Carl Green, Semper Fi, brother.
It sounds like you're in a box. Oh, there it is.
Sound is fine.
It is now.
Semper Fi. What's up, JW?
Don't play with that.
Good evening, Sergeant Major. Water and lemon. David Bryant. Everyone's telling you, back away. Don't touch it. Perfecto, says Carl Green. We're good. We're all set. All right. Yes. 80 years old. 80 years ago today, Iwo Jima. We're going to talk about that a little bit too. First, what are you drinking? And here's another one. We always talk about, man, where's Carl from? Where's David from? Tell us again real quick in the comments where you are tuning in from, where you live, where you call home. For some of you, it's Civ Div, your civilian division. Some of you still serving, so wherever your duty station is, tell us that right now in the comments. We're going to try and kind of capture that a little bit and see where the basis of our audience is from. All right. Doc's back in California and he's drinking water. Good on you, Doc. Hydrate. I'm dry tonight. Heartbreaking, says old Jyrene. Get a little coffee. Franklin, North Carolina, David Bryant. You really writing these down? She's pretending. We'll go back and look. Bug, good night, mate, from Scotland. All right. Good evening, Scotland. Welcome. Ochoa, hey. Nebraska, 1st Marine Brigade. Carl Green. That's it. All right. You hear that? Big respect. Old Jyrene. Smith Mountain Lake, Virginia. Slice of heaven. It sounds beautiful. Smith Mountain Lake. Nebraska, USMC 8506. 1st Battalion, 5th Marine, 1-5. No.
Why did they want to make noise more?
Greetings from Greece. OG, Lemon, Iced Tea, Detroit, Motor City. All right. So my family's originally from Detroit. Get it? Cold here. Where you at, Adam East? Where's Guns? There's Andy Benani. Rah, rah. Yeah, I could, Ochoa, but we're doing something right now. Bentley Morris, what's up? Sorry I'm late. What did I miss? USMC Vet. What'd you miss so far? Just welcoming everybody. We're going to talk about a few things. The short I did yesterday, Iwo Jima, 80 years today, 80 years ago today. The battle for Iwo Jima started. We're going to talk about that, the significance of it. 21 in Quantico, 21 degrees. Come on. Why? No need for all that. Dropping a thumbs up, Big Erm. Good to see you. Where you at, Erm? Where are you hailing from? All right. All right, that's a little much. John, not reading all that. Look at how that weather. Boy, it's really full of snow at my house. Murdy, where you at, Murdy?
Sorry, Cece's on.
Sorry, Cece's here. Where you at, USMC Cece? You in the military? We are. Most of us are in the military. Kentucky. Maybe it's snowing in Kentucky still. Yeah, we got some trolls. They won't stay long, USMC vet. They realize they're unwanted. That without the wind chill, cold here, got a little bit of snow. A little bit of snow. Or a little bit of now, Quantico. Toronto area, but don't worry, I was in North Carolina for 10 years, so I'm not all bad. All good, Big Erm. Murdy, Thomas, in Kentucky. I'm in Lee County, Florida, 73 degrees in my shorts. That's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of weather I like. I don't mind the cold. You saw on the community post, those you saw it, that was a picture of, we believe, Bridgeport. Snow is great. Absolutely love being in the snow, snow skiing. We even tried snowboarding. Wasn't that great at it, but absolutely love the snow, love snow skiing. Spent a lot of time in Bridgeport, Big Bear, skiing. Love everything about it, but the best part I love about it is being able to get out of the snow when you want. So deployed training, survival, cold weather training, it's great, but sometimes enough is enough. So always a benefit to be able to get out of the snow whenever you want. So would I want to live in it every day? Nope. Love to visit. Like one of those places, great to visit, time to go home. Randall Knapp, good to see you, buddy.
Big Arm just gifted a membership.
Hello from Minnesota, Paulie. Big Erm did what?
I have a membership. I guess who got it?
Who got it?
Yes.
Big Erm just gave a membership, and she wants me to guess who got it. USMC Cece.
Close.
Big Erm, appreciate you, brother. We do need more green. Who got it? The chicken has arisen. Bridgeport Mountain Survival School was good times. Said no one ever. Again, it was cool the first couple of days. You get off the bus in the snow for the first time. That's awesome. But living in it, eating it, breathing it, sleeping in it. Thanks so much, Big Erm. Who got it? How do you know who got it?
It says.
Random Nut, what's up, buddy? Not when the Marines had snowshoe training in Finland back in the 80s. Snowshoe training, now that's different. Again, you think of snow skiing and snow training downhill, right? The cross country skis, all that's great. Snowshoe training, no fun at all. It's hiking. It's hiking with your pack on up and down the mountains. No fun. Hopefully Kimi is a regular. Big Erm. That's Kimi Cocoa Puffs. She is a regular, and she was a guest.
She better get on here.
She's actually CC number 1, Big Erm, and she'll let you know as soon as she gets on here. I think she's working. She's going to join us in a little bit. But yes, she is a regular. You can't get much more regular than her. She better get on. 1775, Semper Fi, Semper Fi, Semper Fi. We're going to leave the chat. Murdy, come back. Oh, Gyrene Recon is the only way to go. Awesome, Big Erm. I wish it was 1985. Yeah, I didn't get all that. Cold weather training with Mickey Mouse boots. Those aren't comfortable either. They are warm, though. I remember the stream with her. Yep. That's Kimi Cece, number 1. So I went for Hunter Leggett. Yep, that was no fun. We'll see you in a minute. Gonzalez, almost made it on time tonight. Salty, what's up, brother? Good to see you. I will slay myself accordingly. Just 22 burpees, brother. You got it. It's hard to breathe around negative 30. Layer up, keep your feet dry. You get acclimated. Negative 30. No. Paulie, negative 30. It's hard to breathe in Bridgeport. I remember going through the Winter Mountain Leaders course. The first thing you do the very first day is take a PFT, and somebody help me out. They cut minutes off your run time because of the elevation and the lack of oxygen up there. So yeah, that's tough. I can't even imagine negative 30. Katrina, you look like a Marine. At least it wasn't Steve from the What You Call It show or Gru. Funny. I am listed in the Marines. I enlisted in the Marines in 1985. I was 17. Best education one can receive. Amen, USMC. Awesome. Again, we're talking about right now are the recruiting numbers. Still nailing it. Still killing it. The Marines are. Cut or add? David's asking. There's Kimi Cocoa Puffs. Yes, UO Big Arm. Should be here. Get an EGA emoji. Big Arm. Honey Liggett was all right. Yeah, it's the chicken. Did a battalion exercise, and Sergeant Major had a couple of kegs flown in. That's how you do an exercise like that. It was any training like that. It's miserable for a while, and then you end it where you work hard and you play hard. That's a good Sergeant Major right there, taking care of business. Who's that? Whose was it? Carl Green. Amen, brother. You are the man. Guns says double tap the screen right now. Thanks, Adam East.
Salty got one.
0311. Salty got a membership? Yeah. Watching from Camp Smith. How it is over there in Camp Smith? How is it over there in Camp Smith? Carl Green, you rock. CMR joined delayed entry program, USMC. What year was that? What did you say, 81? Carl's in the building. USMC Cece got a membership from Carl. Man, look at y'all taking care of the Cece families. Awesome. Much appreciated. Howdy, Doc. All right. 1985. 85. Wow, you're old too, Randall, like Carl. I mean, like Jared. 85. All right. So that one comment you did make, Randall, before me. Something I don't remember what it was now, but yeah, awesome. What are your thoughts on canine handlers? Ooh, good question. I can't read your screen name, but what are my thoughts on canine handlers? Love them. Always wanted to be one. Too late by the time it came around when it became a huge program in Iraq and Afghanistan. Too late. I was already a first sergeant major. You're not going to have a sergeant major as a dog handler, but I still really wanted to be one. Absolutely love those guys and those dogs and what they do, and they are truly amazing. It takes about $80,000, 80 to 100 and something $1,000 to train those dogs. So that's why they get treated the way they do. A lot of people say, "Oh, they're dogs. You quit babying them." Again, it's an $80,000 investment that's going to save lives. So you do whatever you can for them dogs, and they're good. You have to have a good, mature handler. We had some lance corporals, some corporals went to school 6 months. They train, live, eat, sleep, and breathe with them dogs, and they become their battle buddy, their very best friend. So I think it's absolutely crucial when there's boots on the ground. They got to be paws on the ground. Those dogs are truly amazing. Mike Lako, good evening, brother. Good to see you. Glad you could make it. Still, I know you missed the last live. You watched it later, and you can see it still right behind me. Again, we're finding the right spot to put that baby up, but I showcased it a little bit. Yes. 2001 USMC vet. That's right. Tell them, chicken. Love the dogs. Whoever asked that question, great question. If I could do it all over again, I kind of think I would have definitely tried my very best to become a dog handler for a deployment. The hard part is they say when you got to separate from that dog, so that would be heartbreaking. But I mean, that's all part of it. That's what you know. And ideally, what they like to do, a lot of dog handlers do, sign up to foster that dog, not foster, adopt that dog later on. And I hope it works out more than it doesn't. There's even that movie. That movie's kind of corny, but it worked out pretty good. There's something I read. I missed it though. Is the training still at Fort Bliss? Great question, David. I don't even remember right now. I thought, where's Fort Bliss? North Carolina. I'm pretty sure we sent our guys to. Doc Holiday, get some, Doc. Semper Fi, brother. Appreciate you always, 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 always. Thank you, Doc. Making it happen, always. Carl said he's a mighty Marine, and a mighty Marine he still is. Chicken. Get some, Doc. Appreciate you. El Paso, Texas. So there, Fort Bliss is in Texas. So there's got to be obviously more than one school. I'm almost positive we sent our Marines to North Carolina for some reason. I may be wrong. Doc Holiday the GOAT. Yeah, Annie Benet. Look at the chicken. All right, Doc. Yes, you guys are awesome. Thank you, chicken. And you're on fire tonight, chicken, all the way around. Appreciate all of you. God bless you all. Boot camp needs to be reinstated back to 1969. I don't know about that. We've made a lot of changes, some great changes, and maybe not so great changes, but we do have to change with the times. It's also another topic I'm going to do shortly about changing with the times, keeping up with the times. All right. Good morning, visionary. Chicken, thank you so much. 54 views and 35 likes. Let's go, people. Double tap that screen right now. What'd you say? Carl Green did 5 memberships. I'm telling you, you guys are amazing. Where are you from? Visionaries ask me. I was born in MCRD, San Diego. I hear you. Chicken sauce. Hey, everybody, just turned 30. Dylan, just a baby. USMC vet got a gift. All right, look at that. Look at all these green names. We need more green, right? Who said that? Big Arm? We need more green. All of it, Marine Corps green. Awesome stuff, bro. I got to go, but I want to let you know I'm planning to enlist next August. Just Dubs. Get after it, brother. Congratulations. Go for it. Please come back. Keep us informed. Keep us posted as you take that journey. And definitely as soon as you get back from boot camp, we want to hear the latest and greatest, the most up-to-date information we possibly can and pass it on. That's what we're doing here. All right. USMC vet goes green. I like it. 30 feels so, yes, so long ago. Cave diver, when you're old, yes. Add away just Dubs. Look at that. Thanks so much. Awesome. You guys are awesome. All right. Old Jerry says, I'm slow with technology. So am I. How do I go green over a year instead of monthly? I don't know if you can. You have to go monthly, right? Yeah. She's shaking her head. Yes. Go monthly, become a member. Old Jerry, and hopefully you get one of those ones. But if not, hit the button that says membership. That's what it looks like for y'all, I'm guessing. Hit the button, you go green. The membership, for those of you that don't know, $1.99 a month. We just started it. We haven't done a whole lot with it yet. We're still learning on it. But it is. That's why their name is in green and they have a blue star by their name. Every 3 months is when the star changes, right? Am I saying that right? But what the membership does get once we start doing it, previews of shorts before they go out. We're going to clean up some lives, put that on there. You're going to get first dibs on stuff that we're going to do in the future for the general membership. We might even have a special coming up. I'm waiting for the producer to give me the nod. Special for the members right now. And look, we're getting so many. This is going to be great. Randall just did 10 memberships. It's going to be nothing but green up there. Love it. Right. Simplify. Hello, brother. Blue star is perfect. Taking the remains. Thanks, Carl Green. I don't have the money to make membership. Hopefully you get one, visionary. So what other people are doing, in case you don't know, is purchasing the memberships, and then YouTube randomly picks people to give it to. So if you're on here a lot, you comment a lot, you participate, you're part of the crew, then you'll most likely get a membership from one of these very generous members that have been putting them out. So I'm telling you, we got such an awesome community here, which is another topic I want to talk about in a little bit, building a community around your workforce. 2010, I'm 20 minutes late, and we're still Lima Charlie. All right. Look at Mike Lay Cook. Tell her, Lay Cookie.
What did I just get today?
Tell her. Can you go get that? Can I show the people? Members want SFMF Knuckles window sticker. Amen. Did you look at the producers taking off? Yes, I do too. I got the window back of my truck, got a cab on the back, perfect for that. Tinted so that white Knuckles. Wait, I'm not even using that cup today. Boom. This is going to be huge on the back of my truck. She just did get something in the mail, which is going to allow me to show you tonight, which is going to be for members first. Members first. They threw it at me. She didn't throw it to me. C Shop 808. I see you, brother. Thanks for being here. Chief 105. Here we go. You ready for this? She wouldn't let me wear it tonight, but I did want to wear it. Boom. How's it look? Because I'm blocking myself.
Keep it like that. Keep it
Funny.
a little longer.
She said, keep it like this. I'm looking over my shoulder. Boom. That's it. She wouldn't let me wear it tonight. I'll be wearing it all day tomorrow. Members first. So become a member quickly. We're going to put that out there. I love that shirt. Man, I can't wait. Right? Look at everyone saying how awesome it is. Can you post this technical link? And somebody help out old Jyrene. Help him become a member quickly. The USMC loves that shirt. Awesome. What is SFMF? Somebody answer that question. In fact, when people ask that, if y'all could answer for her, because you know we all know what it means. Simplified, my friend. Looks great. Heavy J. So, Summer, do you have your first ever chevrons? So, when I got promoted the first time, do I have those PFC chevrons? Excuse me, I do not. I wish I did. Great tip and great point. Those of you who are just coming in right now or soon to be a Marine or any branch of the service, even officer or enlisted, save each rank. That'd be awesome to when you retire, you get out, if you do a career or just 4 years, every time you get promoted, save that first set of rank insignia that you receive. I did save, I had sergeants. I gave to Sergeant Cece before she got promoted. People do that. That's a good hand me down, right? I remember when I got promoted to Sergeant Major, I gave my old first sergeant chevrons to my company gunny. One day, brother, this will be you. That's a great tradition. I think, again, probably all the services do it. But good point. I wish I would have saved a set, maybe the last set you wore, right? When you got promoted, or no, because you give that to someone. But the first set you receive, that'd be a great I love me board in your I love me room. Having that each set of ranks, man, that's cool. Great idea. Again, this is what we're here for, to teach each other stuff so you don't have to learn the hard way. C Shop says, I have the last pair of gun insurance chevrons I wore before I transitioned to warrant officer. Very special to me. Awesome. That's what it's all about right there. They mean something. Put them on a plaque, hang them on the wall. That's awesome. You see those, a lot of shadow boxes have each rank, especially, again, the warrant officers have the enlisted rank, then their warrant officer rank, commissioned officers, prior service enlisted, seeing all those ranks on there. Big O, hopefully he comes on tonight. He has one and the date of each rank that he was that rank. Very cool. A lot of cool stuff you can do with that. All right. What time is it? If you still have They remind me, they still have mine every once in a while. I put them on, and they're metal. How about the plastic ones? Plastic ones, the cheap ones that they issue you, those always broke. Could never get. As soon as I would get promoted,
Was there something else or someone else? Doc and Sergeant Stacky. Sorry I missed it. I was
what happened? More?
Sergeant Stacky, yes. Sergeant Stacky and Doc Holiday. Thank you so much.
More more memberships. They did memberships. She's working over there. Can't keep up with her. Throw them in the sand and cast them. C shop. That's what y'all do, right? Stacking. Man, how great would that be? Got to fly, Sergeant Major. Catch you on the next one. USMC Cece. Take care. Chicken. Take care, brothers. Thanks for stopping by, and thanks for your motivation and generosity. Appreciate you. We welcome all branches of service. Feel free to join the chat. Still looking for a Space Ranger, a Guardian, Space Force. Come on, Space Force. We need you to show up. Until next time, chicken. Yes. Ruby says, always a crazy rugby game when we played the paratroopers in the UK. That's what I said about the ice hockey game. USA versus Canada was the same thing. Tell me that wasn't an awesome hockey game. I didn't watch the whole thing. Of course, you see it on the news over and over and over again. The first 3 fights in the first 9 seconds. That's a hockey match. That's what you need to watch right there. I saw a meme a long time ago said I was watching an MMA fight and a hockey game broke out. That's how much fighting they do in hockey. Love it. Love the game. The edits that are awesome. How about we get some Space Marines? It's going to happen. Who knows what's going to happen with President Trump on board? All kinds of great things. Did you know the officer to enlisted ratio in the Space Force is almost 1-to-1? Wow. Adam East, I had no idea. Really? How are they going to get anything done? You know, all the enlisted do the work. 1-to-1 ratio. That's pretty amazing. K-Dogger, Hots on headset. Love them. Absolutely. Sorry, man. You're welcome. Absolutely. Warhammer Space Marine is coming true. I think so too. Yeah. Space Force did a spur ride with the Army, so technically we have Space Cowboys. There you go. That's where it comes from. Can't get nothing done with all those officers. I'm telling you. Maybe, hopefully, there'll be a warrant officer in there in the mix somewhere. This is somewhere in there. They can get something done. Can you imagine that 1-to-1 office? Can you imagine an infantry platoon with infantry platoons of 36 Marines, right? TO. Can you imagine having 18 officers and 18 enlisted? Who would do all the work? Walker, Texas Ranger will be the spokesperson. Who's making the coffee? There you go. C-Shop. I'm telling you. Who's taking out the trash? Man. You know, to be counting days. Okay, which one of us boot lieutenants is senior? Troops on the border can lock and load. It's heating up. Carl Green, I'm with you, brother. It's happening. It's happening. And don't quote me on any of the numbers, but of the thousands that used to cross the border a day, it was down to like 270, which still seems like a lot to me. I didn't realize there was that many. The other day, it was a record number, 270. And that's nothing compared to the last 4 years. 270 illegal crossings in one day. And again, that's nothing comparatively. I didn't even know there was that many that crossed every single day. Unreal. Jordan Hammond, thank you for saying that. Appreciate you very much. I didn't see what Jordan said. She's going to tell me right now.
Oh, he said that he's been praying.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, Jordan. Amen. And as we have been too consistently lately, a whole lot of crazy stuff going on right now. And yes, prayer works, everyone. Prayer works. Don't be afraid. It's just not as you talk to God normally throughout the day, which I think a lot of you do. I do constantly throughout the day. But I'm talking get on your knees, clasp your hands, close your eyes, and pray. It works 100%. And it's only down 38%. Amazing, Carl, right? I can't believe it. All right. Got it. Got to be 270 captured. No more, what they call it, capture release. Done with that. Lots of memberships gifted tonight. Shout out to Doc, Sergeant, Stacking, and Randall. Awesome. Well, we're killing it. We're getting it. Okay, you can clear that first. Write some good notes on there. Amen to prayer and training and training. Man, all right. What a great start. What a great start to the show. Barely 13 minutes in, 30 minutes in. God bless you all. Thank you very much. This is the community that, again, is one of my topics tonight, but this is proof in the pudding right here. When you build a community, nothing but good comes out of it. So God bless you all. Thank you very much. Protect your team. That was a short that I did the other day, yesterday, in fact. And remember, producer halfway through, they said, "What urged you to make that post?" And you know how we feel about leadership here on the channel. I think all of us feel pretty much the same way. You expect your leader to protect you. I think that's a fair assumption. And I use the analogy of boot camp. Yes, your drill instructors are thrashing you. They're on you 24/7. At times it feels like they hate you and that they don't want you to succeed. But that's all training. You know, the end product, once they're done with you, you're going to be like, wow, okay, I get it now. But you know, at the end of the day, they have your back. When other drill instructors, some great comments in that. This guy said that the drill instructors switched platoons at one point just to thrash some new blood. But then obviously they switch right back. And think about it in boot camp. When you did get your butt chewed by another drill instructor, you didn't even know. Yes, your DI would say, "Oh, you make a fool out of us," but he protected you. What you don't see behind the scenes is drill instructors are very, very protective of their cadets. So if I saw a DI getting on one of my recruits, I would go interrupt, not to make a big scene. The recruit wouldn't realize it right away, but I did that to block that other drill instructor out and protect my recruit. He's mine. I'm his leader. I'm going to protect him. So I just assume, and that's how it happened in the Marine Corps. You know, you get a call, "Hey, company guns, I just saw one of your Marines had his hands in his pocket." Well, good to go. Did you correct him? I got it from here. That's my Marine, and I will protect him. Naively, I assume that's how it would be in the corporate world as well, that you can 100% trust your leader that he or she is going to take care of you, protect you, do everything in their power to make sure you succeed. But I've experienced that that's not always true. And what happens is, and you know, when I get on my leadership kicks, leadership is action, not position. Too many leaders are in that position to hold the position, not to execute any kind of action. They just hold that position and leave their workers to kind of fend for themselves. Wrong answer. And you realize when you've lost your unit, your Marines, your organization, your employees, when they stop coming to you, that's a quickest, easiest indicator. Man, this guy used to come up all the time with suggestions and gripes, moans, and complaints, and all of a sudden he stopped. He must be happy. Nope. He's lost all faith and confidence in you to take care of him anymore. You get into a bind. You expect your leadership right away to protect you. So, and it's that first initial reaction to something. And if the initial reaction is, what did you do to get in trouble? What did you do? How did that come to play? The first initial reaction is to whoever on the outside, good to go. Thank you for telling me this about my employee. I got it from here. Then you get with the employee. Then you discuss what happened. Then you find out the ins and outs and the details and take appropriate action then. Not immediately jump on the side with the complainant. Oh, really? Well, he's one of mine. Yeah, I'll definitely take a. He should know better than that. Mm-mm. Thank you. I got it. And protect your people. Now, obviously, is that 100%? No, you got some rogue employees, I guess, here and there, but 100% immediately, you expect your leader to protect you. And it doesn't always happen. So, how do we get back there? How do we ensure that leaders are taking care of their people, protecting their team? You got to let them know. Right here, Doc Holliday says that leader is the one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. 100%, Doc. Amen to that. Knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. All those leadership traits and principles we talk about. Leadership by example. In the front, right? Does that mean that your platoon sergeant is a point man on a patrol? No, because he's also has to lead, but he's going to go to the places that you don't want to go. Bridgeport is a great place for leadership challenges, right? True colors come out when you're in a miserable situation like that. You got to cross a river, it's freezing, it's 30 below, snowing outside, you got to get across, you have to get in the water. That's when the leader steps up, crosses first, and says, follow me, right? You hear those stories of the Medal of Honor recipients, Iwo Jima, that we're going to talk about. The most medals of honor received in Iwo Jima, pure leadership, 100% leading the way, protecting their team. How do we get corporate world to live by the same model? Especially when they are former Marines, former service members. When do they lose that? It's hard to watch. Absolutely hard to watch. Bridgeport will make or break you 100%. Lead from the front, but don't leave your team behind. Amen. Chesty knew. Amen to that. Lead by example. President Trump wears Marpat. Yeah, you know he does. What I like, coincidentally, in most of the videos I watch on President Trump, he just happens to always be in front of the Marine Corps flag. Coincidence? I like to think different. But he is. And I know it's the Army and the Marines, but the Marine flag just pops, man. The colors, you see it all the time. I think he purposely sits in front of them. Second, just told senior leaders to expect 8% cuts each in the next 5 years. Senior leaders expect 8% cuts for each of the next 5 years. So, how does the leader react to that? The true leaders, what do you think they're going to do? Continue to lead. Those that say, I'm getting a pay cut, I'm out. It shows you exactly what kind of leader they are. Kedar, yes, I like working with them, and we all make fun of Sparky, Heavy J. We all talking about. Need to add join link or links on the homepage. Get that from Carl. Hola from Brazil. Jeremy, not sure if you ever answered my question. You're a combat vet, and if so, how do you deal with darkness creeping in on you? Jeremy, great question. Yes, combat vet. I have a few deployments. How do you deal with that darkness that creeps in on you? Jeremy, first of all, if you need some help, contact us after. Let's talk offline. But you're in a great spot right now. There's some combat vets right here that have and are dealing with that very same thing. And I want to believe any combat vet that has seen combat and death and destruction has that darkness, whether they've talked about it or not. And if they haven't had darkness and they've been in combat, they're going to have darkness. So it's better to talk about it. Remember way back in the 80s and 90s, you don't talk about suicide. It's a hush hush kind of thing, but it was still happening. And then they realized, yes, you talk about it. You absolutely have to talk about it to get it out. And hopefully you'll get some help before you make that ultimate decision. The permanent solution to a temporary problem. Don't do it. So you absolutely do have to talk about it. So how do you get out? Everyone has their own different ways. Hobbies, family, friends, God. Can all those coupled. I'll tell you right now, here's who pulled me out of my darkness, my wife. God men's groups, praying, wife, family, God, wife, family, God, wife, family, God. Right there. So everyone deals with it differently. USMC vets is chaplain. Another good one. I can't even believe I didn't say chaplain. I was out at the time, so I didn't go to an active duty chaplain. But pastors, spent many hours and hours with my pastor, um, and your wife. Find that comfort. I even call one of those call if you're feeling kind of froggy hotlines, and you just never know. You never know who it was. We had on here um, Candace and uh, remind me his name. Who they have an organization, and as soon as I get her attention, she'll look it up and put the Candace's the website for those guys.
Used to be 22-0. What is the new one?
Used to be 22-0, Healing the Hero. Healing the Hero. Yeah, she's going to look it up and put a link on there in a second. But that was a group that I worked with. I contacted them, and it helped. Absolutely lifesaver. And this is a group that's not connected to the VA, but they have a method of helping with, and all the Zooms and the phone calls that I had, not once did I talk about a particular incident, a nightmare, or anything um, triggering during all those conversations. And I didn't even realize it till halfway through. We talked about my favorite song, right, which is one from Metallica. Talking about my dog, my favorite lazy boy chair, what movies I like to watch. What was it? Dylan McDaniel?
Did anyone see it?
Oh, I didn't see. I haven't been looking at the comments for a little bit. USMC vet says my chaplain was a Gulf War combat USMC vet. Later became an officer and Navy chaplain. Awesome. And I'm telling you, you think that guy has experience, knows what to talk about, and here's and everyone can have a different opinion on it. The first couple of people I talked to about PTSD weren't service members, never served, had never been in combat, was with a psychiatrist for a couple of years, not a service member, trained, book smart, great guy, but there was something missing for me anyway. So combat veterans like Healing the Heroes, been there, done that. So he knew what I was talking about, where I was coming from. So that helped. Discussing it with other veterans who have been there and done that absolutely helped for me personally. Heavy J, Master of Puppets, another great one. Yes, huge fan of Metallica, all of it. I don't think there's a bad Metallica song. Legends. Lena Fox Golf, woo. Let's go. How long should I be a grunt? Your whole life, USMC. How long should I be a grunt? Why not forever? Can you go to school? Can you get your degree while you're an infantryman? Somebody answer that. I will for you. Yes, you can. And I had infantrymen tell me when I asked them why don't they have their degree yet? They've been in 8, 10, 12 years. They don't have their degree. Well, we don't have time. Yes, you do. You absolutely do, especially with today's technology. Get online, take one class a year. Whatever you got to do, you can as an infantryman. And up to you how much you like being an infantryman. Yes, I started out as a combat engineer, liked it. By the time I got to the infantry, loved it. Again, me personally. All right. Night school. And the global war on terror was tougher. Now, no excuses. It was definitely tough in Iraq and Afghanistan, but it was possible. Uh, can you play Four Big Guys? It's about veterans and how this guy came over depression as a veteran. Uh, is that a song or is it a clip? Is it a movie? What is it, Jeff? I'm interested. We didn't have stand off of Metallica song. In fact, so bad. Which one? We did it again. And again, I listen to Metallica all the time. We did it again. I'm going to have to check it out. How do you find purpose after you leave? I've been out for 4 years now and nothing fills me. Money, women, gym, nothing. WTF? Great question, because here's what I was missing when I got out. I retired, immediately worked right away, still in it, action. I was a JROTC instructor, so I was actually still wearing the uniform, still PTing, still shooting, still getting a drill, everything, still getting after it. Until it slowly started to wear off. This is not the same at all. And I realized that that's what I lost, was my purpose. And we service members need a purpose. While you're serving, you have a purpose to defend the United States of America against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That is your purpose, and you know it no matter what your job is, right? Cook, infantryman, admin, artillery, truck driver. Your ultimate goal is to defend the United States of America. So you have a purpose. When you get out, and most people, not some, they have something lined up already. Usually the retirees, because they've been in that long, they know that, hey, I'm getting ready to get out. I got to do something. Even them, even us, struggle with purpose once you get out. So, kind of the purpose of this show as well. Learning what all these, look at our crowd. We have from, again, high schoolers to old Vietnam vets. We have a huge array of experience here, thousands of years of experience in the service and out. So this is a place you need to be to talk about stuff like that. I need to find my purpose. In the military, you PCS to another duty station, you immediately have friends, work, training schedule, things you got to do, places you got to be. Once again, you have a purpose. When you get out and you go, and all of a sudden, if you're married, you're going to move to your wife's hometown, your hometown. It might be the same, might not be. Where you're going to work, where's your wife going to work? If you have kids, you got to make friends. You got to build or enter another community. All those things can leave you in a dark place. So I saw a couple people mention the VFW, Marine Corps League, US Army. What's the Army one? All those organizations are a great start, and you might find your home, you might find your people, but you may not. So continue to look. Again, places like this. And find that leader. Again, find a good battle buddy, find a good leader, someone to protect you and someone you can protect, right? When I went from being a battalion sergeant major in combat to working at a high school with kids who didn't even care what a sergeant major was, huge loss of purpose, right? It was tough. It absolutely was tough. All right. So here's where you need to be so we can help you find your purpose. All right. What'd you do to Menachem, doggone producer? What'd you do?
I just said if he was false, to do it again. Just like an army boot.
She got you. Good to see you, Menachem. Randall Ness says, I help adults with developmental disabilities find and maintain employment. I supervise a large team, as Marines usually do. My CW04 Marine buddy became a grade school teacher. Many vets, many vets work at the VA. We help others. That's your purpose. Continue to serve. And I think that's what it is. We serve. We've been serving. We get out. We want to continue to serve. And a lot of people don't understand that. The civilian community doesn't always understand that. We're selfless people, clearly, because we joined the service to serve others. So when we get out, we want to continue that. That's why going into an organization, especially with prior service military, prior service Marines, you assume, I did anyway, that everyone wants to just serve somebody else. That's what I want to do. It's not always true. So again, you have to find your crew. You have to find your people. And if it's not, you got to go. If they're not going to change this, the vibe, the morale. Remember command climate surveys in the military? Anybody was that old? Do they still do them now? Out of nowhere, the CG team, he'd send a team out to do a command climate survey of the unit, just to get a feel, the aura or the era of a unit, and see if everything is going well, because it all boils down to leadership. If there's low morale, a lot of discipline problems, and a lot of Marines trying to get out of that unit, there's a problem in the leadership. So that leader's got to step back, detach, and take a look at, what am I doing wrong? Why are Marines wanting to leave? Why is morale low? Why is there a lot of discipline problems? Command climate. That's the aura of that unit, and something's got to change. All right. I was visiting my grandparents. Do I have a free pass? Menachem. Proof. We want proof. Not that we don't believe you. Carrie Ann Marie Potts, is she here? Did I miss her? Look, Heavy J says he was late, but not 50 minutes late. Yeah, Carl Green says, Menachem, you're late. It can destroy a company. Cave diver. Amen, brother. I'm telling you. And again, it's hard to watch when you see what's going on. You see the train going off the track, and you just can't get it through to the right individuals to put it right back on the tracks, because it can be. And does it take time? Sure, but it may. Look at the administration right now. The new administration, years and years of whatever you want to call it, not going well. And so far, how long has the new administration been in place? A month, not even a full month yet. And already huge changes. So can it change overnight? Not realistically, but very, very quickly it can. It takes bold adjustments. Where are my arty guys at? Bold adjustments, right? You don't walk onto a target and waste 8 rounds to hit that target. Bold adjustments. You hit it in 3 max. Bold adjustments need to happen when a place is going downhill. That's all. All right. Old Jareen, I was early to formation today. Put in the bank for my next UA. No worries. Menachem, we still love you, brothers. Ain't tough. You're going to take some ribbon and get right back up. Because it's easy to wake up and go. That's it. I don't have to comb my hair or anything. Dog, infantry. Yep. Pogues are important. Watch yourself, because if without a pogue, you ain't going to get paid. You ain't going to get fed. You ain't going to get a ride. Right? Your leave is going to be messed up. Right? So we need them pogues. SFM, the producer is saying, yep, Ray, McJunkin, Michael Jones, Randy, Matthew, Bryce, miss all y'all. Who else is missing? All those guys are missing. They're all UA. All right. 0811. There you are. What's up, Ralph? Tips for the range? Rifle range, USMC. You going on the range? Here you go, brass. Breathe, relax, aim, stop, squeeze, bullseye. Remember, when you stop breathing to pull the trigger, you got to start breathing again. And don't hold your breath. Hold your breath. It looks like this. And then your heart starts to beat. So don't hold your breath. Just stop breathing. As soon as you got it in the black, boom, bullseye. Brass. Do they still teach brass? Breathe, relax, aim, stop, squeeze, bullseye. Get it. Breathe. Slow is smooth and smooth is fast. Bandito. Yeah, dog, chill. Chill. Hello, Marcel. Dang, still using brass. F. What's the S for? Fire. Breathe, relax, aim, stop, squeeze, fire. All right. My buddy, struggling, but he has most coolest cousin ever known. The one. Missed it. Get some dog. Go do some push-ups and come back. All right. Brass, now follow through. Yep. Through. Now he is a trigger puller. Another one. Here's another big mistake. Whoever asked about on the range, a lot of times people shoot and want to look over at the target immediately. Follow through. That's what they're talking about. Boom, squeeze. And I always tell the Marines count to 3, 1001, 1002, 1003. Then take it out of your shoulder and then look down range. You get in the habit of always looking, you're gonna pull it out of your shoulder too soon. So follow through, relax, take your time. Boom, count to 3, and then slowly drop it. You're not gonna affect the round whatsoever. Even though I don't have a lot of patience, I do love shooting on the rifle range. Tell them, Heavy J, it's the wrong place to get in a fight. 33 likes to go. Come on. Where we at? Guns, we're getting close. 3 perfect scores in my career. Carl Green, amazing. A regular Charles Hathcock. Was that his name, Charles? Sniper free. Yeah, that's right. 3 perfect scores. I never had a perfect score, but I did like 2 sharpshooters in my whole career, but the rest experts. So every now and then I would have a bad range and then try to go right back on the range to fix it. And I ended up with not bad. Carlos Hathcock, yes. Or Jyrene, thank you. 5 minutes to 1 hour mark. Heavy J, how we looking on the likes? Double tap that screen right now, everybody. Appreciate you. White Feather. That's right. Old Jyrene, bring it out. So we talked about the short. Protect your team. Your team should know and feel protected by you. You're going to make mistakes. Your team is going to make mistakes, but they should, even when they do make a mistake, they should know that you have their back 100%. When they doubt that, that's when you've lost them. That's what I said in the short. When they can't go to you or don't feel protected by you, you've lost them. When they stop coming to you with recommendations, topic recommendation, and topic discussion recommendation, when they stop coming to you with an after actions, you've lost them. Everything's not going great, you've lost them. So again, detach, look at the big picture, ask yourself, why am I here? Why am I in charge? Why did I get picked to do this job? And am I doing it to the best of my ability? Are we getting 1% better every day? Obviously, you don't want to get worse. And even if you're remaining even keel is no good. That's complacency. And we all know complacency kills. Am I allowed to say that? Don't do it. All right. Do drill instructors mess with the recruits in other platoons? Good question, Menachem. Absolutely, 100%. Back to protecting your people. So do DIs mess with other recruits? Yes. Mostly when their drill instructor is not there. So that should tell you something, right? When I'd be walking somewhere and I didn't have my platoon with me, or whether my platoon was with me or not, and I saw recruits screwing up, yes, I'd get on them. Even sometimes if they weren't screwing up and they weren't mine, yes, I would mess with them. Right or wrong or indifferent, I would. If their drill instructor was nearby, I would stop because that drill instructor is going to protect that recruit. And the last thing you want is 2 DIs fighting over something, over a recruit. But yes, yes, drill instructors do correct other recruits from other, as they should, right? And the worst was when the DI would call me, "Hey, dog, I saw one of your recruits salute with this left hand today at Chow. Did you correct them? Correct them and move on. You can tell me. You don't have to tell me. Do your job as a leader and protect him as well. Teach him the right way. And what I have you have the best recruits and I have the worst. They're all recruits. We all can train all of them. And again, in the corporate world, you see someone messing up, whether they're in your shop or not, correct them, help him or her, and then tell his or her boss if you have to, if you need to, doesn't matter. Leadership. Come on, we're losing leadership. All right. Didn't you have a story? The drill instructor taking the guide? Yes, that was me. Lesson learned that day for me. Completely embarrassed myself. Old Jyrene. The After Another series gave me stitches unintentionally, but I was thankful. Had to go to the hospital. Wow. Unintentionally, which happens, right? And I bet he heard it from your drill instructors, how a drill instructor from another company or platoon injured one of his recruits. Wasn't happy, I guarantee it. All right. Going to turn 14, summer camp. Well, not sure yet, random guide. That's all in the making still. Jake Awesome. Yes, you're late, so you owe some burpees. Get them later. Get them after the show. But yes, we're 1 hour in right now. What the single most important lesson you want every recruit to carry with them for the rest of their Marine Corps career, says Doc. Wow. Doc. Putting me on the spot. What's the single most important lesson you want every recruit to carry with them for the rest of their Marine Corps career? So a couple of things that are hard to teach I've learned over the years is one thing is initiative. It is hard to teach. The book A Message to Garcia, I mentioned that before. We discussed it before. I think I even did a short about it. But that book is solely, read it, A Message to Garcia is 100% initiative. And some people just don't have it. Something as simple as walking from here to your office, you see trash on the ground, you don't pick it up. That's an easy one. Okay, and I got to believe that most people, it's common sense to do it. But you'd be surprised how many don't. Taking the initiative when you see something's wrong, no one's around, doing the right thing when no one's looking. Taking the initiative to get things done, not asking those questions like, the whole premise to Message to Garcia is, I need you to deliver this message to Garcia. The guy he was telling didn't ask, who is he? Where is he? What does he look like? How do I get there? How long is it going to take? He just said, aye, sir, and made it happen. That's initiative. And that's hard to teach. And some guys just don't have it. On the same token, unselfishness is hard to teach. And I see it a lot today, and not just in young men and women, in adults. Selfish decisions, making selfish decisions, a decision that's going to work for me and not for you. Your first thought of, like when I was in JRTC, sir, how can I get promoted? How can I get promoted? Well, you're already a gunner sergeant. How about you ask me, how can you get your team promoted? Right? Corporate world. When am I going to get a raise? Can I get a raise? How about you ask, can I get my team a raise? Right? Or when you're offered a raise, you know what? Thank you very much. I would love to have more money in my wallet, but can you please pay my team first? And if there's money left over, sure, I would love a raise. Don't be money driven. So unselfishness is another hard one to teach, and it's hard to watch selfish people because it's all about them. Those leaders that are, what's that acronym you use? Lino, 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 leadership, leader in name only. A lot of people get put in that position. You're in charge. You're the boss. Now this is your organization. They're leader in name only, right? Do you got to respect the person? No. You're supposed to respect the position, but if he is a selfish, no initiative, no drive, and no passion leader, very, very hard. Again, that's when you got to make that decision. How long do I tough this out? How long do I wait for him to get it? And maybe never. Hegseth, thumbs up, concur. ABJ says, at work I get a lot of, hey, slow down. It's making us look like we're slow in our tasks, unmotivated, caffeinated, and hydrated. Have you ever been told that? You got to kind of do a little less. You're making us all look bad. Another one asking about Hexeth. Pete Hexeth is killing it. A lot of people are asking. Did you do something recently?
He's up for PT with the troops, wasn't it?
Yeah, so I'm PTing, and where was he? Norway or something? PTing with the troops. He's out there making it happen, killing it. Every interview I saw, his confirmation brief killed it. I think he's got passion. He is unselfish. He is determined. He wants us to get our America back to where we need to be, not where we were before, because we ain't been there in a long time, but where we need to be. We salute the rank, not the man. Who knows where that's from? Where is that? We salute the rank, not the man. Where is that from, Malcolm? That's facts, though. Band of Brothers. Heavy J must have a government job. Band of Brothers, Clint Eastwood. Wish he was a sec def when I was in. Cave diver, I'm with you. Absolutely. Are you kidding me? He's out there killing it with the men and women who are, he's protecting his team. That's exactly what he's doing. 100%. He knows what it's like to be there and not have that protection, not have that leadership. 1 hour, 5 minutes still, Lima Charlie, but small pops in audio. Pop. Maybe I need to sound off. Push it in. Damn straight. We need a secretary of the Marine Corps. So I don't even know too much about the Secretary of the Navy right now. Is he good? Is he being replaced? Because right now we're getting it from the Secretary of Defense. He's the man right now. Secretary of all the services, and I know as Marines we didn't pay attention to all the others secretaries, but I don't know when we had a Secretary of the Navy like Hexeth. Can you imagine if he was Secretary of the Marine Corps only? But he's definitely making it happen. Ears open, sir. What do you got? Jared. Eyeballs click. Tell me after all these years. Someone walked in the room and said, ears, you wouldn't say open, sir, and pay attention. That's how it is. Building that community. So let me ask you that. How you feel about a community within your organization? So in the Marine Corps, I'm sure all the branches of service are the same. Primarily for the infantry and ground combat, it's the wives, right, that form that community. They do stuff together while the men are deployed. And now I get it. There's male and females in all branches of service, so it's a spouse thing, whether it's a man or a woman. But that's a community that they have, especially when their unit is deployed. Is that beneficial?
It's still popping.
Is it positive? Is it popping? Menachem says, that bag dog Mattis? Should I take the earpiece out?
No.
How's the sound? How's the sound, everyone? Give me a sound check. 1, 2, 1, 2. J Rod slightly makes an appearance. Is he there?
Jared.
Oh, Jared. In the Army, they had FRG, Family Readiness Group. Yep. Lima Charlie says, Demon Hunter, what's happening? I've been there way before y'all were thrashing the Space Force. All right, Jared. Just making sure. Incognito. Because you're old like that, right? You're just slowly getting into things. 5 by 5. We're good. 3R. All right. Good in most cases, have a terrible antidote. Red Cross, SCF, still popping. All right. Bro, don't pay attention to Mob right now unless he's going to come in cool. Come in low, come in hot. All right. Talking about the community. Should I keep them both in? Oh. How's that? Let me know if it pops, everyone. Take it out. I just heard a pop. I mean, doo-doo-doo. That means good. Double checking on mobile device and laptop. Still leaving Charlie. Heavy J says we're good. We're good. Menachem says we're good. It dinged. It said doo-doo-doo. As you were. Keep up the good work, sir. Thanks, Walking Tall. Era. It's a good show, by the way. The old one, the original Walking Tall. That dude was a bad, you know what. Walked around with that axe handle. You could tear some stuff up. All right. Awesome. 10-4. What's Lima Charlie stand for? Loud and clear, Menachem. Come on, baby. Oh, she's going to tell you. Oh, don't tell. She didn't want me to tell you. Sounds good from down in Mexico. You're in Mexico, Lake Cookie? What are you doing down there? Better be careful. Walk that tight rope. Army bases teaches recruits, thinking soldiers, Marines basic. Army bases teaches recruits to be thinking soldiers, Marines basic. Yeah, I mean, after wing hero. Again, the difference in boot camp, I'm not going to talk about all the boot camps because I've only been to one. But yes, the Marine Corps breaks you down and gets that I mentality out of your system. That's where it's learned. That's why I don't get Marines after the Marine Corps, because OCS teaches the same thing. It's a team effort. There is no I. There is no we. There is no me. I mean, there is no me. There is a we. And it's a mentality that's driven inside and out of Marines daily. So when I see prior service Marines become selfish, it hurts, man. It hurts my heart to see that all they're concerned with is themselves. I don't know what happens and when that happens. How are you not selfless your entire life? Because that's what's been drilled into you as a Marine in everything, in anything you do. So when it changes, or when and how, I don't know. I don't get it. All right. There is I in Marine, Jared. Yes. Good. I'm glad you can spell. How'd you feel about MARSOC going against the cartel? It's going to happen, in my opinion. They're going to continue. Depends on how the cartel acts with service members. But yes, MARSOC, all the special operation guys are going to be involved in it, in my opinion, no doubt. And it's gonna be very bad for the cartel. All right. I had a bad story of them ignoring my wife. I had a baby too on floor 2 weeks before I got blown up. Purple Heart, medevac, tried to give me Article 15 for not having family readiness plan, court-martial me. So, Cave Diver, that's a great example of a family readiness group not working. So thanks, Cave Diver. I'm sorry that happened to you. It should have never happened like that whatsoever. But that you just solidified my point of a community is important, is vital to the other half of the working man, the serviceman, the deployed personnel. That community behind the scenes is vital. So stuff like that doesn't happen. And many things can happen while Marines are while anyone's deployed. Babies, unfortunately, there's miscarriages, there's deaths in the family, there's house foreclosures, whatever you can think, anything and everything. Murphy's Law, something bad's going to happen while your spouse is deployed. That's the importance of that community, the remain behind element, the family readiness group, the anything and everything, whatever you want to call it, a good support group for the other half of the working person. So is it vital in a civilian community? 100%, for the same exact reasons. How can you focus on your work if you're so tied up and caught up and have no support on your family life? Why do you think those big companies, Apple and Google, they're so successful? They pour so much work and effort in community service. They have daycare at the office and kitchens for food and entertainment and rec rooms and all that stuff to just take the load off that working person. So when they're at work, they can focus 100% on work, no outside distractions. So building that community, vital to any organization, military or civilian community. And when it's not happening, whose fault is it? Yes, the leader. Right back up to leadership. What's the command climate of not only the command, but the spousal unit of that command? 100% falls on the shoulders of the one in charge. So build that community. Doc says commitment to one another is built on the value of honor, courage, commitment, where every Marine, past, present, knows they can rely on their fellow Marines in and out of uniform. Man, you're on fire tonight, Doc. In and out of uniform. Once a Marine, always a Marine. I'm sure that, again, the other services have the same. They just don't say it as much as Marines do. Once a Marine, always a Marine. Wasn't, were you a Marine? Yes, I'm still a Marine. I'm just not on active duty anymore. We take that to heart. So again, when you see Marines not with that mindset, unreal, hard to see, hard to watch. Blake Bobs, hi, Boggs. I liked and subscribed. Thank you, brother. Semper Fi. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the family. Welcome to this community. How we looking on likes tonight? Double tap if you haven't already. Heavy J, SpaceX in Texas doesn't have that. They brought Cali people to Texas, but they aren't from here and know the culture. And just now, they are hiring locally. So does that happen too? Say an organization that doesn't have all people from the local community. That's, again, more important to have a community already created so people can drop in and feel like they're at home. You join a new unit, and if you have kids, hey, welcome to the family. Oh, I see you have kids. Here's the local schools. This one's good. This one's not so good. Here's where we shop. Here's where we go to medical. Here's our favorite fast food restaurant, our favorite Italian. Anything and everything to help that transition be the best. It happens in the military. You have that, what are they called? The sponsor, right? I remember going overseas the first time with my family. We had a sponsor, wasn't so great, but it just made us want to be a good sponsor whenever we sponsored a family coming over overseas. That's not an easy transition. That's not an easy PCS move, especially when you have family. Some people take their pets over there, their vehicles. It's hard. So if there's a community already set up in that organization, smooth transition. Come on. And again, you want to think it's common sense. It's not. It's not, and it's hard to watch. All right. Sponsors can be helpful, yes. Again, we had some good ones and not so good ones. We went overseas twice. Again, luck of the draw. There is training for those sponsors, so it's not that they don't know what to do. It's just how much effort they put into it. But huge. Nothing like a good community. And you as the deployed member, it's a comfort feeling that you know my wife and kids are okay. If you're female, my husband and my kids are okay. There's a strong community. I know to help him or help her whenever they need shopping, groceries, babysitting, take my kid to soccer practice because I got another one that's whatever it is. That's the importance of a community. A death in the family and you got to be gone for a week. Who's going to cover you? And when you get back, are they going to cover you? Little things like that is the importance of a good, solid community. Solely lies on the shoulders of whoever's in charge of that organization. Hands down. All right. I don't know if I beat that dead horse enough.
USMC Vet has a question.
USMC Vet, please repeat question one more time. Where is it?
Michael's Drones is here too.
Michael's Drones, good to see you. Where's the USMC Vet? Oh, combat engineers going into civilian construction. Great question. As you all know, I was a combat engineer. And Lake Cookie is still here. You can tell them what kind of engineer I was. It wasn't that great of one. I don't know why. I got into it. I liked the destruction of it. The construction, not as fun, because I don't have a lot of patience. So, but we did a lot of vertical construction. I did learn how to um, you measure twice, cut once. Right. First lesson I learned when you start cutting wood. Measure twice, cut once. Is that enough skill and knowledge to so you can get out and be a construction manager somewhere in the engineer community? 100%. Most people, because there's so many schools. Ask Lake Cookie, chime in, Lake Cookie, whenever you want, because he the best engineer I ever knew, and he still does engineer type stuff today. The flag on the wall behind me, the other plaque that I showed y'all last week, he's still doing engineer stuff. I got it. Okay, here we go. Look at here's Lake Cookie says. That's how the Marine Corps works. You had people like me under you and get the job done. I want you to talk about did being an engineer help you what you do now? Very successful at what he does now. I got to believe a little bit of engineer school or just OJT on the job training with engineer stuff helped you in the long run. So one step further though is, never push anybody to the Navy because we're all Marines here, but the Seabees are like a step up of engineers. And here's the difference: combat engineers in the Marine Corps, our stuff is uh, uh, built to last 3 months. We're combat effective, expeditionary. That's what I was looking for. Combat engineers in the Marine Corps, expeditionary. Our stuff is supposed to be, again, enough to live in, sleep on, utilize for 3 months, and then who cares what happens to it after that? Because we're moving on. We're going to take the fight somewhere else. CBs on the other hand, they built their construction is for years, long term. So difference between the two. So maybe it depends on what you want to do after. Engineer school spurred a lifetime worth of interest. There you go, from the man himself, Lake Cookie, and I like that. So still to this day, when I do construction projects around the house, I do think back of because I went to engineer school, basic engineer school, engineer NCO school, engineer staff NCO school. So I've been there, plans and blueprints and all that, and I did. I enjoyed it all, and I certainly concrete. I'd laid our own concrete at a couple of our houses. So stuff I learned as a combat engineer definitely helped me later on in life, 100%. Uh, Again, I just loved being a Marine way much more than just being a combat engineer. But lessons I learned for life definitely set me up. Adam E says CBs help in embassies too. CBs are awesome. It absolutely they do. They're long term construction men and women. So you built shelter house. Oh, Irene, come on. We built some vertical construction. What do they call strongbacks? That was our first major project in Desert Storm. We built about 300 strongbacks, and a strongback is the skeleton for a GP tent, the general purpose tents that sleeps like 20 Marines. Hundreds and hundreds of them we built. First, we laid a concrete pad because the Air Force didn't want to sleep on the sand, so we built a concrete pad, built a strongback on top of it, rolled a GP tent, Shangri-La for everybody except us. All right. Engineers lead the way, building, breaching, overcoming obstacles. That's what we do. The construction, or I mean, the destruction part of engineers was my favorite. Daddy in a caddy, $2. Thank you, brother. I can tell the future in your head. Amen, brother. Thank you very much. Yeah, I see in the future that you're going to stay in this channel and become one of us and be a positive supporter of the SFMF channel. That's for the future I see for you, Daddy in a caddy. Like a periods of instruction with grunts about explosives was always a good time. Yes, so engineers teach the infantry how to use the demolition, the C4, the TNT, the dynamite, the shade charges, all of the explosives of the engineer community. and teaching them was always a good time because grunts are crazy, first of all, and they just want to blow stuff up. So it's fun. Hawaii was really fun. We used to go twice a year and teach the infantry battalion basic combat engineer stuff, and it was good. Infantry has their own assault men who carry around C4 and make their own personal shape charges and donut charges and line charges. Pretty cool. When I was training with EOD, they taught us the Claymore trick. Uh, Great heaters. Don't pass it around. Jared, you're going to get somebody hurt. Amen, Doc. Nicholas Tucker, I missed that. Oh, where we go one, we go all. Semper Fi, Nick. Nick Tucker. I was attached to the second CEB. All right, second CEB, East Coast engineers. They're pretty cool. USMC vet started as an 0351. It was the engineers who taught us. That's it. The 51s, the assaultmen, engineers teaching them. I love training with EOD as well, Jared. I spent a lot of time with EOD. Desert Storm was the first opportunity I had, and they were pretty amazing at what they do. J Dub, telling y'all, give a like if you haven't already. Appreciate it, J Dub. Good to see you. Dead cord, quick and easy. Love some dead cord. Dead cord charges are the best. I did have a quick story about a young lieutenant who was given a class on dead cord and time fuse and the difference between the two, and crimping a blasting cap onto dead cord or time fuse. Young lieutenant got the two mixed up, dead cord and time fuse, which is a very big difference. He was trying to have a Marine show a little dog and pony show. He's trying to have the Marine show the people how to clip a blasting cap onto dead cord, which again is a no-no, with the fuse igniter at the other end. So as funny as it was, obviously there was enough of us around we weren't going to let that happen. And this lieutenant blamed the PFC for trying to, when the PFC refused to, said, no, sir. He said, well, obviously make sure that the blasting cap is safe. Look in there, make sure there's nothing in it. There's a Matheson story, Lay Cookie. And the lieutenant said, why don't you bang the blasting cap to make sure it's clear? And the PFC said, well, we're not supposed to, but if you tell me to, I will. And he was a bad situation all the way around. The lieutenant should have just said, Marines, handle this, show us all how to properly attach a blasting cap to time fuse and for the charge. All right. Demon Hunter, my second oh no moment in theater was when we were security for EOD, just sitting there in our truck, suddenly a big mushroom cloud and a big boom. Shook me and the patrol leader. Turns out it was CTD. A controlled explosion. Yeah. Controlled explosions. For those of you that don't know, pretty scary if you didn't get heads up about it, and they're supposed to, right? Okay, controlled det, this time, this place, this location, stand by, fire in the hole, boom. You don't always get that communication. So a controlled det can be scary if you're not ready for it. Doc Holliday. How does being a combat engineer push you to not only break barriers in the field, but also to grow as a leader and problem solver in the Corps? Doc's on fire. Great example of something that the combat engineers do is the LRC, the Leaders Reaction Course. And that's, of course, all the services have them, I think primarily Army and Marine Corps, but it's a Leaders Reaction Course that does just that. You get posed with a problem. You have a gap you have to cover. You have to a wall you have to get over. Some kind of obstacle. You can't touch the sides. You can't touch where the red paint is, but yet you have to get this ammo can full of C4 to the other side so you can blow up a bridge. So whatever the case is, they give you a scenario and you have to figure it out. They added it in boot camp, part of the Crucible. Primarily, most of the Crucible is the leader's reaction course to stuff like that. So as a combat engineer, when you come up to an obstacle, and picture this, you're a corporal, sergeant, squad leader, you have a squad of engineers with you, you're attached to an infantry battalion, right? So the battalion moving up to their checkpoint, they're crossing, getting ready to cross friendly lines into the enemy territory, and they see a 300 miles of Constantina wire, triple ribbon. I mean, this an obstacle. What do you think that battalion commander does? You heard the term, engineers up. Boom, you run up to the front, you get on the phone. All right, the battalion commander says, we got this wire, we need to get through it. I need to get my whole infantry battalion through this set of wires. We think there's mines. Go, engineer. That's what you're there for. So does it take some leadership? Does it take some knowledge? Does it take some, okay, let me get my assessment. Engineers up, they map it all out. In my little green monster, I have stories and situations and scenarios from Desert Storm where that exact thing happens. All right, where's that engineer at? Get the engineers up here. We have an obstacle we have to get over. And Desert Storm was a lot of, they built a lot of gulches or canals, man-made canals to stop the tanks and trucks and infantrymen from going through. They put water, they put crap water in it, they put oil in it, light some of those up. We had to get across, and it took engineers to figure out how we cross those. And there's some amazing, your imagination is your limitation. So we figured out ways, the engineers figured out ways to cross those canals, cross the minefields. There was, said 300 miles. I think there was 3,000 miles wide, about 100 yards deep of minefields that we had to breach gaps in lanes for the infantry to get through to take the fight to the enemy. So great question, Doc. And that's that's OJT, that's experience. You learn that in books. Nah, you can, the lieutenants do, but you learn it by doing it, because no plan survives the first round going down range. So you have to be able to think on your feet and lead your men and a whole battalion of infantrymen behind you. They're counting on you. Engineers up. Hurrah. All right. 3rd CEB and 7th ESB. That was it. Lake Cookie. They're the same blood and the same mud. 3rd CEB, Okinawa, 7th ESB, Camp Pendleton, California. Came across some great engineers throughout my time, learned a lot. Again, Lake Cookie by far was the smartest one. He didn't have time for the BS. That's what, and some people don't like that when you tell them how screwed up they are, even when it's true, even when they know it. Some good times in the engineers. Old Gyrene, taking off. Got to figure out how to go green by Sunday. I hope you get one of those memberships, Old Gyrene. We're going to get you on there. We need you to go green. USMC Vet Recon versus MARSOC. I'm guessing they do a lot of the same stuff. Any special operations organization are badasses. No matter what branch of service, they are awesome. They train 24/7 on being the best at what they do. So I like when Marines ask, should I go recon or MARSOC? They're both special operations. When young kids say, I want to be a Navy SEAL, well, you can be any one of those special operations because they train you for that position, right? No different than, I want to be the best truck driver in the world. Well, go to Motor T, they're going to train you to be the best truck driver. Is it harder to be a MARSOC Marine or a recon? Sure. But if that's what you want to do, they will train you to be exactly what you want to be. So go for it. Choosing between one or the other, that's a personal decision, 100%. Carl Green says, rank insignias were not authorized after 1980. I started with the utility green uniform when I joined the Marines. Rank insignia, where, on the cover or all around? Alejandro says, have you been stationed in Hawaii? If so, how was your experience and your dependents' experience? Twice stationed in Hawaii, and we absolutely 100% loved it and miss it. It's an awesome duty station. Here's my advice: if you do go there, depending on your MOS, you're going to be deployed a lot. Different now. When I was there as an engineer, we're only an engineer company that supported the entire division. So numbers wise, about we probably had about 150 Marines that supported a division of how big is a division? Battalions are about 1,500, so about 60,000 Marines. So the engineers were busy. One company supported the whole division. Went back as an infantryman, and that was when there was only 3 infantry battalions doing the job of 4 infantry battalions. So as a Marine, I was busy as heck. Didn't get a whole lot of time on the island. My family was okay with being stuck in Hawaii while I was deployed because Hawaii is amazing. Wife and kids, family, make sure they take advantage of everything Hawaii has to offer. You hear some people get island fever. Never got it, and I never will. Hawaii's too beautiful of a place. There's way too many things to do. You can go island hopping, do some island hopping campaigns, visit the other islands. It is truly an amazing, amazing duty station for the service member and the family. Hawaii, $12 for a gallon of milk? Probably not. Yes, it is expensive. What people say, Hawaii is too expensive. It's not too expensive, but facts, it is expensive. But if you do it right,
The first time we left there, we saved enough money to put a down payment on a house.
we did. First time we were there, again, if you do it right, it's not
Don't
too
keep up with
expensive.
Corporal Jones.
You don't have to keep up with the Joneses. You don't have to buy the new car, the big house, the going out all the time. If you do it right, and luckily I'm the money man in our family, and I make sure that we don't spend money where we don't need to. I told my wife. So, what she just reminded me of, we saved the money the first time we were there. When we got back to this mainland, we put a down payment on a house. We purchased our first house after leaving Hawaii. So, if you do it right, it's not too expensive. Even today, yes, is milk $12 a gallon? Probably. That's why you shop at the commissary, you buy your gas on base, and you don't try to keep up with the Joneses and buy a new car when your platoon sergeant buys a new car. You do what you got to do. Live comfortably, not out of your means. Colas, you get cola over there, cost of living allowance. That's good. Save it. Liquor, he says, I'm sure the family was happy you weren't in the stumps. So 29 Palms, we were never stationed in 29 Palms. I have probably combined years training in 29 Palms, but never stationed there. People that are, has anyone, if you've been stationed there, put in the comments what you think about it, because every family I talk to that has been stationed there says it's great. Base has everything you need. You're a couple hours from everything, and kind of tucked away from everything at the same time. California's, San Diego's not that far. Palm Springs is not that far. So there's plenty of stuff to do right outside the base if you consider an hour or two right outside the base. They love it. The base itself took care of families because you're out in the middle of nowhere and right across the street from Poop Pond. I was on my first deployment, uh, invasion, OIF invasion 2003. Uh, I haven't been out since I haven't been out since '06. Some thought I was too young then. Hollywood Marines, IRA. My threatened to go UA if we got orders to 29 Palms. Again, I'm telling you, it depends on who you talk to. I never wanted to be stationed there. In fact, one of my, I was getting promoted to first sergeant. The monitors came out to Iraq and like, all right, you get first dibs, the next duty station. Excuse me. I remember going up to the monitor saying, I want California. He's like, easy day, California, 29 Palms. Here you go. I was like, no. I said California, meaning Camp Pendleton. He said, you got to be more specific. You say you want California, I'll send you to California. So be specific. First duty station with Ninth Com, enjoyed 4 years. Ninth Com, isn't that Okinawa? Hawaii, BAH for E7 with dependents, $3,900, $4,000 BAH, basic allowance for housing in Hawaii is amazing. And cost of living. So they're going to keep up your BAH with COLA is going to help you succeed. So it's not too expensive. Great duty station. In the early 2000s, I wanted to move to Cali. Nowadays, I'm glad that I didn't move. Same. Cali's under reconstruction right now. We're hoping it gets on track. From Cali, spent a lot of time in California. Have our doubts about it, but hopefully it's under new management soon, and things will get better.
I'm sorry, Jared.
Jared, what happened?
I deleted the wrong message.
Oh. I requested Camp LeGrant sent to Gitmo. It worked out awesome. Never got stationed to Gitmo either. I always wanted to. Always wanted to get out to Guantanamo Bay. Loved it. I mean, I bet you loved it, Randall. That's good to hear. 29 Palms, 9th Com Battalion. 29 Palms. Who's in? What crime battalion is in Okinawa? Is that 7th? Must be 7th crime. 9th crime. Yes, Jared's old and groggy. California is a hellhole, but Southern California is the best. So California is beautiful. Again, once you get some leadership, right back down to leadership. California needs some good leadership, and it is a beautiful place. The weather's almost perfect. Cold enough in the winter to we're like, well, it's cold. I can't wait till summer. Summers are beautiful on the ocean front. On the whole coast is beautiful. You can snow ski and surf in the same day. That's how cool California is. So it definitely is. And it has the mountains, it has the rivers and lakes. And California really does have it all, except leadership. Heavy Day says, I can't understand why California can't be like Texas. A lot of land, good value, big melting pot. No city is without crime, but damn, California, same. And I'm telling you, that's why a lot of Californians are moving to Texas. Texas has it all. Even a little oceanfront property. Not the same kind of ocean, but I'm with you. Why can't California be more like Texas? Pendleton, home of the Happy Marines. Camp Pendleton's, again, amazing. Tons of training facilities. The beach, they own that whole coast where you do all that training right on the beach. On a base there near also, we're going to bad storm and they let us restricted area. So nice of them. Pendleton's cool, I'm telling you. California, USMC vet called it. I do miss running shirtless on the beach on Christmas in Oceanside. You can do that in Oceanside. Just I wouldn't recommend getting in the water in California in the winter. Even the summer, it's kind of cold. Spoiled by Hawaii ocean, but California is pretty dang cold. Texas, greatest country in the world. Adam East, amen. Texas got it going on. They really, really do. Haven't been back to Cali since '96. My last training cycle in Coronado. Another great aspect of California is Coronado. Great training there. Jared, what was that? McQuist, what were you doing in Coronado? Randall says, accept leadership. Hilarious. Oh, the rest of the people, are moving to Idaho. I'm telling you, if they had some, once they get leadership in California, it will be another beautiful place or a beautiful place again. Florida's greater than Texas. Cave diver. Big Erm. Good night, brother. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thank you for your generosity, your support, your motivation. God bless you, brother. Thanks for hanging out. We will be back Sunday. If you can make it, we'd love to have you there. Semper Fi, Big Erm. Appreciate you, brother. Spoiled with the Hawaiian board meetings. Amen. Lay cookie. Well, I used to have some board meetings in Hawaii, which the board meeting in Hawaii is a little different than the board meeting that y'all are thinking of. It's a surfboard meeting. Yes, we're getting our surfboards. We're having a meeting in the ocean. And I used to hold my PMEs, my professional military education period for the staff NCOs. We have a board meeting, a couple hours in the morning in the ocean, catching some waves. That was a board meeting. People caught on pretty quick though when I said I was going to a board meeting and I'd drive away and there's a surfboard in the back of my truck. Wasn't too. It's hard to hide a surfboard when you're driving around in Hawaii. But yes, I miss those board meetings a couple times a week because of course I have them with the lance corporals and below, the NCOs, the staff NCOs, the officers. I had to make sure all of them got some training, some PME board meeting. Kahuku training area was tough. Kahukus definitely are tough, and there's a lot of centipedes out there. You haven't been to Hawaii, there's centipedes, and they're about this big, and they're fast, and they can get into your sleeping bags. One Kahuku training event that we went to, we woke up, a couple guys got stung by the centipedes. One guy's whole side of his face was blown up. Another guy got bit in the elbow. He had a big old protuberance on his elbow, tore up. I slept standing up. The next 3 or 4 nights we were there, I would not lay on the ground. Have the needles that the centipedes hide. I don't do those. Can't do it. Doc Holiday, good night, SFMF family. I'll catch y'all on Sunday. God bless you. God bless you, Doc. Semper Fi, my friend. We'll see you Sunday. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you for your generosity, your knowledge, your motivation, and your support, Doc. Appreciate you. Jared, Coronado was far better than the Stumps for sure, but I don't care for beaches much. What? Coronado has some amazing beaches as well. Hard training. To quote Ron White, Ron White's pretty crazy. I've been partying in Florida for years. I didn't even know Florida had laws. Oh, it's laws. Ron White's pretty crazy. I want to go to 29, but the wife would divorce me if. So, yeah, facts, guns. Uh, the wife told me the same thing. They said, "What if we go to 29 Palms?" She said, "What if you go to 29 Palms?" Because she wasn't coming. She wasn't coming with. Luckily, again, I was able to avoid that, and it feels like I had been stationed there. So many different operations, CAXs, and well, I don't even remember what they're called now. Um, Whatever they call those exercises, I've done tons of them out there. Camp Wilson is my second home. Carl Grinch says, "Come on, peeps, 12 more thumbs up for 100. Let's hit 100. How much time we got?" Big Erm doesn't have the clock anymore. Carl, you got it? We got about 12, 13 minutes. I mean, Heavy J, you still with us? We were on the USS Ogden to practice beach assaults, LCACs. Not fun at all. So that's a little different beach experience. Jared, okay, I got you. I'm with you on that. Beach assaults aren't any fun whatsoever, even at LCAC. LCAC was fun to ride on once, the first time. Every other time after that was a pain in the butt. No, not fun. Loud, slow, you're getting wet, or it's seasick, or it's sick from the exhaust. Yes, I'm with you. Okay, good point. Double tap, everyone. No, what did Randall say? Missed it.
The only time she got upset with the gunny sergeant, I was a corporal some time ago. He told me to take out the trash, field day, blah, blah. I got the last one to do it with the TFC gun got in my face. And told me he wanted me to do it myself.
Who said that? Randall. Said bad taste in his mouth about a gunny. Told him to take out the trash field day, gave him some tasks to do. And like a good corporal, right? Randall was a corporal. Got Lance Corporal and PFC to do it. What's our priorities of work? Mission accomplishment. Did the mission get accomplished? Absolutely. But the gunny wanted Randall to do it. So he must have pissed the gunny off. Randall is what I'm guessing. But he didn't tell you how to do it, right? And you got the job done. Adapt and overcome. I like it. Probably would have been mad, but mission accomplishment. Carl says, I enjoyed 29 Palms. Everything was live fire, no BS. Awesome
That's what a sniper would say.
training. That's exactly what a sniper would say. Awesome training ranges, awesome ranges at 29 Palms. Big guns. You can fire the big stuff out there. Um, range 400, range 410. Those ring a bell. You did any of those as a sniper? You didn't hump up and down those ranges though. As a straight leg infantryman, that's a butt kicker. All those. First time in my life I ever thought I was going to pass out from dehydration was in 29 Palms. Range 10, I think it is. The assault course, which it seemed like it was about 3 miles long. I think it's probably a half mile long, but you're in trenches, you're around bushes. It's a platoon assault. I think it's a platoon assault course. And I did it as a sergeant major. I was told the platoon sergeant, look, I'm a rifleman. Put me in the CO. The CO and I did it. And it was a butt kicker. I was a ammo man. So I was carrying a little extra ammo because, I was a tough guy. And we were going up and down that range and over. And it's live fire, all live fire ranges. Awesome. I had machine guns right over our head. We had close air support. You couldn't use close air support on that range, but simulated close air support. And the last one is a bunker. You jump into the trenches. You're going around the AT4s firing hand grenades or tossing. Awesome range. And we get to the final objective, which was a tank silhouette on top of the hill. And we index, we blew the whistle. The coyotes were there. We were all forming up and discussing. And I had ran out of water a long time ago. And it was hot. Come on, it's 29 Palms. And I just remember standing there thinking, man, this is what it feels like to be dehydrated. And like I had to go to a knee, right? And they were debriefing. And what'd you see over there? And how about on the left flank? What did y'all see? And it was like you see in the movies, the way they were talking. I was like, I'm going to pass out here in front of all my rain. Ain't no way in hell. Did the camelback, nothing left in that. Had extra water, but nothing left in that. Like, I don't know what. God must have put his hand on me. He said, spare him this time. Teach him a lesson. Bring more water next time. But that was a butt kicker. Of course, the Marines had been doing it already a couple of times that day. That was my first run. Learning lesson to completely appreciate everything that we're doing out there. More importantly, the Marines are doing out there to take care of them. So, of course, we went back that night, got a bunch of tacos and water and celebrated. Man, such an awesome range. Almost passed out. Lake Cookie says, so you remember 6 drums of white gas, 500 feet, or deck cord out of the Palms? Was that when we started that big fire? 5 drums of white gas and 500 for the deck cord. Man, briefly tell us. Was it when range control came out? Was it that? Range control used to visit us a lot as engineers. Somehow, some way, we'd always break some rule or some explosive amount, right? Each range is a little different. How much you can use, what type of ordnance you can use. Like Jared might have heard about it. Most people have PT. Oh, I missed it. Old Jyrene, still here. Went to your LinkedIn page. Open your link YouTube channel from there. Still don't see a join tab. Come on. Can you join from our LinkedIn page? The member? Stacking around? How do we help old Jyrene become a member? He needs to be green. Somebody, whoever signed up themselves, whoever created a membership themselves, how did you do it? Can you give us a Reader's Digest version of how you joined as a member? Old Jyrene, hang tough. We're going to get there. We're going to figure this out. Jared, you might have been there during that. Uh-oh. Fireball over the mountain. Yes, and didn't something start on fire over that mountain? Not a whole lot to burn out in the desert, but Yes, that was a visit from range control. Yes, I do remember that. At work, I learned never rely on anyone to give you water. Bring backups. Two is one is none, three is plenty, four, get one more. I'm telling you, Heavy J, valuable lesson I learned that day. And still to this day, I don't drink a lot of water, but I have it with me just in case. I leave this right here. Now I'm making me thirsty. Cave diver, appreciate you, brother. That's the selflessness that I was talking about. But you can't gift yours to him. Even those you that gifted some, YouTube randomly hands those out. So you can't direct it to where it goes. So old Jerry's got to get, man, he's on here all the time. A lot of, so I don't believe that algorithm of YouTube gives it to people who comment and visit and are good, loyal participants because old Jerry definitely would have got one a long time ago. So Jerry too. Look at Jerry. I don't know why Jerry didn't get one gifted. Always on here. So we don't know how that part works. Look at Jake. It's freezing right now in Texas. Texas, isn't that always hot in Texas? What do you mean freezing? Heavy J, give me the 5 minute warning. Man, this has been gone. Great. Let's hear it, Christina. Like 10 more. We need 10 more. 95. Lakewood. Was that 95?
Randall just gifted 10 memberships.
Randall just gifted 10. Old Jyrene better get one. Thank you, Randall. Appreciate you, brother. We gotta get old Jyrene green. Old Jyrene needs to be green. YouTube algorithm is like a corporal who's been in 8 years. You really don't know what he does. That's good. Don't leave till we hit 100. Let's go, people. It's late for some of you. David Bryan says, Jake, my daughter said that it's 10 degrees in Austin. 10 degrees in Austin, Texas, it gets that cold. That is cold. Dang. Yeah, that's right. Cave diver. Crazy. 11 in Canada, eh? That's cold. Shoot a text to, I'll share a link directly. Old Jyrene, you catching that? Old Jyrene, if you're still here, shoot a text to that number and we'll share a link directly. There you go. We're going to make it happen.
That message will get deleted.
We're not leaving until old Jyrene is green. All right. Y'all hanging? Can you hang with me? And the one thing for sure, if Marines are involved, something will blow up or catch on fire. So that's why they say, engineers, we are a jack of all trade, master of none. We are firefighters. I don't know how many fires we put out. I believe I told this story before. We had two shape charges. Lake Cookie, tell me if you were there. Two shape charges. Shape charge is a big canister, and the bottom is a cone. That's the shape part of the shape charge. So you put it on top of something you want to blow it out like a bridge. Line a couple up on the entrance of a bridge. Boom, two side by side, 40-pound shape charge. Boom, it blows the everything down, and it creates a gap. The bridge will fall. Whatever you can put it in the middle, but wherever you want to put it, it's a shape that way for a reason. So, you know, Marines unsupervised, we turn the shape charges upside down, so the blast would go up, and we put a old skeleton of a Jeep, the old Jeeps now, the little ones, put an old frame of a Jeep over these two shape charges, and time fuse are the same, dead cord, they're again supposed to blow up at the same time. Boom, straight up, two 40-pound shape charges, and we want to see how high you could blow that Jeep up. Yes, this is one of those hold my beer moments. Watch this. So we set it up. We were back in a safe distance. We were still safe about it. So we thought. So both time fuses go. We're watching it. We're counting down. We measured it out. We know exactly how much. And all of a sudden, boom. Only one went off. which, okay, not a big deal. It did blow the Jeep kind of to the side. It wasn't the show that we saw. But what we did notice, the second shape charge fell down. Boop, just fell over. The cone was now facing us. And we didn't get it right because we're, again, a safe distance away. So when we looked through binos and said the other shape charge is still there, it fell over. I think it might be pointing in our direction. All of a sudden, boom, we felt everybody hit the ground. It lit up our backs, and the entire mountainside behind us caught on fire because that shape charge, again, thank God nobody got burnt to death, but it did shoot right over us, caught the whole hillside on fire. Range control was called. We were putting fire. We had our flak jackets. We turned into firemen real quick. Not enough of us to put off the entire side of Camp Pendleton out. And needless to say, we weren't invited to go to that range again for a while. Interesting what Marines will do when they have little supervision. Not enough supervision. I think that fire burned clear, ended all the way to Temecula. I think it did too. I saw you, Heavy J. We're going to hang out a little bit. We're hoping old Gyrene gets green before we go. Does the Corps still have Woolly Peter grenades? I think so. Not sure. USMC best salute to limitations. Who got in trouble? Well, of course, the officer got in trouble. Jake, he's in charge, overall in charge. We had a second lieutenant out there. We told him, sir, just back up over there, watch this show. I don't think he got relieved because it was an accident and nobody died. Nobody got hurt. Double click. See perk tabs join to payment for the membership. Oh, that's Heavy J. Double check, click. Special waiver. White phosphorus. Yeah, Wooly Peter. White phosphorus will light everything on fire. First time tuning in since left for ITB. Welcome back, Owen. How'd it go? We're getting ready to wrap it up right now. Land this helicopter, but come back Sunday. Definitely give us an update on the Infantry Training Battalion of ITB. Good on you. Congratulations. Dave Bryan, good to go. Love our SMF family. Good night. Yeah, he got his butt chewed, Jake, of course. 8 more, double tap. While we wrap this up, we want to see y'all on Sunday. We will be back on Sunday, getting back into our battle rhythm. Look at Randy Hodder. Does the Corps still use reporting units as RUC numbers? Yeah, we still use the RUC numbers. Ocho más. Here we go. Hurrah. Hurrah, Owen. Get it, Owen. Specialist Smith. Come on, 8 more. We're wrapping this up. 8 more. Good to see you, Randy. Awesome. Worked with a bunch of MARSOC guys while in JSOC. Great group of guys, even as an instructor at YPG. Yuma. Yuma's another. Oh, we got a couple stories for Yuma, too. Got to train some good teams. Sparktic. Refresher course. You're going to have to spell that one out for us.
You just did.
Oh.
It's Sparktic.
Sparktic?
Yes.
All right, I got it. All right. Again, when we come back Sunday, we are going to see old Gyrene green. That's our mission. That's our topic of discussions for Sunday. Getting old Gyrene green. We're going to figure this out, brother. Hang tough. Appreciate y'all. Once again, great night. Great Wednesday night. Have a great rest of the week, and we'll definitely see you Sunday. Stay warm, those of you in those freezing cold places. Stay blessed. Thank you for your generosity, your support, your motivation, and God bless each and every one of you. Simplify, my friends. Are we going to close this out? Salty, totally cool. Have a good night. Lots not here. Lay Cookie, Human Story. Yes. All right, everyone. God bless. Simplify. Everyone.